I'm Chris.
Hi, I'm straight.
Episode 3. Here we go. So this shit is getting good.
Oh, it's getting juicy or spicy. Do we say?
I took extensive notes.
Okay. I love how dedicated everyone is. It's so cute. Okay, so then we go into the chocolate challenge where they're trying to sell it.
I thought it was really funny. Just the direction that they're being given. And
I did like Monique and Monet the most, and I did call that they won.
I like them the most for most things.
Yeah. Were you not dying when Monet was like, I'm Irish? Just because she was wearing all green?
And they're like, did they ask you to do an Irish jig? And she's just like...
Started like twerking.
And she was like, can you sing in Irish?
I respect that she didn't hesitate.
Yeah.
She wasn't like, oh, I don't know Irish, but maybe I'll She was just like,
yep, I got it.
I know how to do some things. If it's Irish, cool. If it's not, it don't matter.
Eureka, last episode, I feel like we left it on a kind of a sour note
Super
with
sour.
her.
Yeah.
And I think starting from this challenge, she was really funny. I do feel like this comedic approach is definitely very much her.
So the main challenge is they're teaming up again, which is something that we weren't looking forward to.
And now we have 3 teams too.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's a little bit better because then you can see, like, a stronger dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
So the biggest 2 pieces of conflict that I noted, Mayhem being stepped over.
Mm-hmm. By Cam.
Monique. And Cameron.
Yeah, and Cameron, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like Mayhem needs to stand up for herself.
Yup.
Cause Cameron was like, oh, I'm good. Like, do you want it? Like, you can have it. She wasn't even stepped on. She laid down. I was like, yeah, you're good. Just step over me.
I will say, though, that I do relate to Mayhem, though, because I've been in those types of situations
Totally.
before, especially in college group projects.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Also, because they didn't know that they were being judged individually here yet, right? Because they all
Right.
thought that they were being judged as a team. So maybe she was like, oh, this is for the betterment of the team. I just want to put everyone, like, give our best foot forward.
But I also feel like as soon as the situation happened, she looked instantly unhappy with
Right,
it,
no, you're
you
right,
know?
you're right. Okay, and then we have Yuhua kind of being really confusing to me.
Oh, like the whole episode?
The entire episode, yeah.
I mean, like, oh my god, like, stop yelling at me. And it was like, oh no, like,
girl, no one's yelling at you.
yeah,
Like,
like we're being
We're
nice.
all on
we're
the
all-
same team. We're just trying to, like, right? Like, help each other
Yeah.
out.
They kept telling her, like, you need to make sure that you're ugly. And she was like, no, I got it. And then she wasn't.
she didn't do her job.
Right.
In that team. And I think not just in a RuPaul Drag Race context, but just in professional context, like creative context. That's not cool.
Going to the rehearsal part, and so we have Team Monique.
Oh, the self-directing part. I forgot.
Oh, about Monique self-directing, right?
3, 2, 1, action. Anyways, and then, like, Michelle
Good,
just,
cut.
like, what? The two of them just laughing at them. Blair St. Clair's
Yeah.
team.
I think the writing for that bit was just really strong.
Okay.
Like the base of it was really strong. I think that's the ideal kind of creative environment. Like,
Right.
you come in with really strong raw material, and then the job is then to shape it.
Blair is getting proposed to by another pit crew guy, and then Eureka and Mitz are making out with
Yeah.
each other. Why can't they just make out with each other? They had their faces, like, I don't know, like 3 inches apart from each other. Like, it's not that hard. That's what I'm saying. Watch. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That's for fans only. So,
Support Chris on Patreon. But it's RuPaul's Drag Race on TV already.
no, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking too. Like you're on RuPaul's Drag Race. Like, this is a competition. Like, you need to,
Right.
like, fucking go for it, Team Monet.
Her plan just backfired, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, she was like, oh, you guys,
You'll
you
be
other people are gonna
ugly.
be the ugly people. I'm still gonna look good. And then end up backfiring because because of the nature of the commercial and of the app, where like the focus is on the butter faces and not on like the person that looks normal.
Yeah, Yuhua looks.
Like, she looks like a leopard with, like, the orange and the black dots.
Oh, you made it so hard for us to root for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, so everybody's finished with the rehearsal. Everybody's getting ready, and then we get into another Vixen versus Aquaria.
This time it was about, like, your best drag wasn't even your own wig, right? Like, it was like, oh, your best drag and you're borrowing your wig from somebody else. And that's an appropriate call out. I don't think that's wrong.
No,
to
totally.
say.
I forget who said it, but they were saying that like Aquarius
Yeah.
likes to poke the bear and then run away, but Vixen's the kind of bear that will chase after you. I think I'm actually more on Vixen's side still. Just the bluntness, the no bullshit. I feel like sometimes that can be too much. Obviously, there's a line there, but I think I actually prefer that to the kind of passive
Stirring the
aggressive,
pot and-
like talk shit behind your back.
Yeah, and then we go into Dusty Ray's story, which is what you were saying. I really enjoyed this part.
This might have been actually my favorite part of the episode.
Me too.
Yeah. Sometimes straight dudes, we just don't know like the pain and struggle that goes on behind the scenes, or even if we do know, sometimes like it's like we need that continual access to those narratives.
Sure.
To keep up that continued sense of like empathy.
I respect both of them so much more now. Like just knowing what Dusty Ray, like what he and she has been through.
I actually think that it was just a good reminder for me as a gay person too that there are experiences like this, because again, like because I live in LA, I don't hear that many narratives about that either. And so I think that again, it's very important to remind people that there's still like really just really disgusting and harmful and very violent ways that there's still a lot of religious people who wield that religion to invalidate someone's existence. And then right after the heartwarming story, Vixen and Aquaria get into it again!
Bullshit drama, wholesome story. Now bullshit drama again.
Okay, yeah, let's just go down the looks real quickly. Claire St. Clair.
I liked her look. I thought it was...
I agreed with the judge's comments that it looked a little bit...
artsy craftsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in my notes I said the back wasn't as clean looking as the front.
Yeah, it just looked like a gold dress had a fight with...
A chicken.
Yeah, a chicken and lost. I like Miss Crackers a lot.
She was saying like the story, right? It's like the friend that died and like there's a blue bird that laid an egg in the fire escape. Like having that little bit of backstory kind of completes it for me, because otherwise if I didn't know it, just by looking at it, I was like, this
Okay, but do you feel like the story is a crutch? Because like I thought it was a sweet story and I liked the story, but I was also like, well, I don't want to like the outfit just because it has a story behind it.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's how it was for me. I like the outfit because of the story.
By far for Eureka, I think this was her best look.
As I kept looking at it, I was like, it looks a little bit formless. Vixen, I'm very torn about this.
Yeah.
I grew up in Singapore where there's like there's actual peacocks just like on the roads. Having that tail and whipping it around, I was like, yo, you go girl. Like that, I thought that was really, really cool.
You have like a very bright green over here, and then you have like this really beautiful, natural, muted looking green.
Like you think the different tones of green kind of clash with each other?
Precisely.
Would you have liked it better if it was all muted and natural?
Yes.
And all sparkly?
Yes.
And bright throughout?
So then we have Monique.
Yeah, I see it. It's I don't know. There's nothing really much else to say about this look.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It's like it's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite. It's just it is what it is.
Mayhem.
I think her makeup there was spectacular. The makeup, like the face was great. I don't know, just like the black and pink, something about the combination. It just didn't really work.
It looked cheap.
And then the back, it was just like a brown,
Nude illusion.
a nude illusion, and I thought that kind of took away from it too.
So I actually didn't make notes about this because I didn't want to be too mean, but I like that you noticed that too, because like there was like the line in the middle, right?
Yeah, it looked.
And it didn't even look like it was like tight fitting, right? Like it was like poofing out a little bit, just a little bit.
Otherwise, I actually really liked it, but
Okay.
once you turn around, and I saw that took away from it.
I do think she needed a different color scheme though, because I felt like pink and black, it just feels a little bit too like Claire's wet seal. Now we have Dusty Ray Bottoms.
What kind of disappointed me here was because I had just found this newfound respect for Dusty Ray Bottoms, and then you come out with this, I was like, man.
Can either of you point out to me what is the worst part of this outfit? Because I think there's an objective worst part about this outfit.
I don't like the green stripes on the legs.
Just the hodgepodge of colors.
That hair. What this needed to make it look better, she needed her hair like up and like a little bit more dramatic.
I was just gonna say, like, if you had an updo of some
like
kind,
if you
like
more.
Can you
ruffled.
imagine if she had like a faux hawk?
I was just gonna say a mohawk or something. Like that would look so cool.
This looks so like
Very flat.
super flat, like not styled to match like how dramatic this showgirl type bodice is. New term for you two. It's fresh out of the bag.
Fresh
What
out
it's
of the
called.
bag.
Oh, Cameron Michaels.
This one, I think this might have been my favorite.
It's so good.
Eureka's outfit was the budget version of this.
Yeah, Eureka's outfit has a picture of this outfit with #goals on Instagram. The dress is like, one day.
I will grow into a beautiful swan. There's so much attitude in that walk.
The gold shoulder piece, the headpiece, everything. It was just
Monet Exchange.
that's what, like 25% of your entire body. Like what, you couldn't have done anything up here, you know?
Right,
Like, I guess
right.
you have that little thing in your hair, but this is kind of underwhelming.
It was a little simple. Yeah, it was underwhelming for me too.
The hair color just reminded me of mayo, and I hate mayo.
Asia O'Hara.
Such a great look.
I actually didn't like the look when I first saw it. I was like, oh god, what is this? But I think once the details of it settled in for me, and you know when she put her hands together and it forms the mouth.
Definitely the most creative, like by a long shot, and I like that a lot.
Miwa Hamasaki, I wanted so badly to like this look.
I did. I wanted to.
Of the dark looks that we've had so far, so we have Eureka, we have Cameron, and we have Yua. This to me was the weakest.
I think it's not so much the crows itself, but I think me just seeing the sticks that they're attached to, just kind of like waving around. It looked cheap
tacky
to me.
I was very proud of myself that I clocked the hair the same way that Michelle did.
What did Michelle say about it?
It looks like two different looks. Like the head and everything else is a different look. Desiree Bottom's wig was worse, but like make it like have a mohawk, like have something like super big and like really aggressive looking. Like this is just a little bit too sweet and dainty, I think.
It was a bit safe.
It goes back to what you were saying earlier about her commitment and how you kind of get the feeling that she's not exactly going 120%.
Aquaria.
It's interesting. It was quirky. I liked it too. It's very
conceptual.
It's creative. It's conceptual.
This is a really good example of it's not the story that carries the outfit. The outfit is good by itself already, but the outfit makes you curious as to what the story is. And then when you hear the story, it adds another level to
That's
it.
a great point. Aquaria was like, the way that she was just moving, she was selling it the same way that Mitz was doing in the first episode.
Yes.
Now we go into watching all of the commercials. Blair's, I think, was the best, right?
Yeah, that was my favorite commercial.
I like that last time. Armageddon late tonight. I like that pun a lot.
So good.
But also on that point, do you think that writing for this app compared to the other two is easier?
Having a doomsday thing is a little bit more specific than like having someone who lies all the time, right?
Yeah.
Or someone who is ugly.
Yeah, there's already certain images as soon as you say, oh, Armageddon.
Yeah.
But when you say pathological liar or butterface, on one hand it's good because you have more creative license to do create specific imagery.
Right, but creativity thrives better under limitations.
Exactly.
I think the Fipster concept is cool, like how they're like oh, catfishing, like unless you like that, like it has the chops to be funny based off like the actors or whatever. It just fell flat.
Then we have the ugly one. Butterface. Asia stood out. She was the best one. And unfortunately, as it was foreshadowed in the edit, Yuhua falls flat.
She doesn't look ugly compared to the others. It just seems it's sticking out like a sore thumb.
It's lack of commitment.
So we have our top 3 and bottom 3.
Yuhua got some judges' critiques about her outfit. She kind of had a minor clapback saying that it was referring to Asian heritage. First of all, what is Asian heritage? It's a continent, you know. I felt like she was kind of grasping at straws at that point.
She was.
Yeah.
And the judges don't get it. Is it the judge's fault or your fault?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a fine line too, but I think in this case,
Yuhua, I totally understand that, like, maybe as an Asian person growing up, you were encouraged to be quiet. Like, because I have this problem too where sometimes I talk in places where maybe I shouldn't have because I feel like I'm making up for lost time in a way from childhood. You still need to learn how to pick your battles and learn how to shut up. That doesn't mean that you're being stepped over. It just means that you're picking your battles. Congratulations, Asia! Yay!
Completely agree. I think Asia deserved the win in this episode, like the ultimate win. I think the combination of the Tweety Bird dress, the acting, that face she pulled, it was an easy win for her.
Yeah.
I good choice.
Agreed. Yeah. Y'all, can we talk about the fact that Courtney Love is a guest judge on this? Can you remember the last time that you saw her?
Nope.
I can't.
no.
She sounds very hoarse.
Yeah, I was gonna say someone's been
Like,
What are y'all insinuating?
that she sings a lot.
That does
and partakes in the occasional.
vocal lessons.
This is not a joke. I had to listen very carefully to understand what she was saying. Yeah, I really liked her. Finally, we have our bottom 2 who are gonna lip sync for their life.
Cameron's dress saved her, I think.
I think it was the strongest lip sync overall.
Yes.
So far.
From all 3 episodes so far, definitely.
Yeah, Mayhem just went in.
Oh my god, man.
Mayhem went in. I think Yuhua played the guitar a little bit too much.
That's what I said too. Like there were like 3 shots of her doing
Yeah, I know,
like this.
I was like-
no.
There's definitely guitar in the song.
I hear it. Yuha did pretty good, but I think Mayhem was stronger throughout, and I was like, okay, Mayhem's kind of edging Yuha out. And then she started pulling out the feathers. I was like, it's over. It's over. It's done.
I was. Well, I did like that ending split.
It's kind of a standard for you to know how to do a split.
For sure. In the shots earlier, like Mayhem was clearly in the front, and Yuha was just like kind of like just like in the back. Like how did it work that dynamic? I'm just curious.
It's all improv.
It's just all improv. Okay, I see.
It's very clear that Mayhem is able to combine movement and eye contact and like stunts all together.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you, Leo, that like as soon as she started like tearing her outfit apart, I was like, oh my god, this is so good! I think Yuhua took her skirt off too early.
Yeah. That was like the very beginning.
Yeah, at the very beginning, like
You should have saved it.
that could have been a dramatic moment.
right? You could have used that to dramatic effect in the middle of the song.
Yeah, to escalate.
Yeah, like don't take your skirt off for practicality. Mayhem danced with a gown on and she beat you. Like
He said that.
Mayhem fucking turned it out.
Was anybody surprised by this decision?
No.
I will say I like.
That she wrote Chinese.
I really like that she.
No,
wrote
I
long.
appreciate that.
I was like that's. I like that a lot. It's leaving her Asian stamp on it all, and I was like,
Yeah.
and that's episode.
And that's episode 3, man. Oh, what a ride.
I'm never going to say who I think is gonna win again, because they'll be off the next episode. So.
Where can people find you on your social media?
You can find me on all social media at Leoxia Music. That's Leoxia Music.
Andrew?
I'm pretty much the same thing, except I'm Andrew Liu Music. That's Andrew Liu Music.
Cool. And also, if you are looking to support the show and to make sure that it keeps going, definitely check out my Patreon and also join my Discord server where you can talk about RuPaul Drag Race, video games, anime. Also, if you're interested in just chatting more about this episode in particular, I'm going to be hosting a YouNow show. It's going to be this coming Monday, 11 a.m. I'm going to see how many people are going to show up and want to talk. And we're gonna go from there. So I hope that you will show up, but if not, no worries. So thanks so much everybody for checking us out. We love you all very much, and we'll see you next episode for episode 4.
Yeah.
Bye!
See ya.
And then there's a national anthem.
Which is what Aquaria sang. It's what Fergie sang. Let me just recreate it for you Fergie's run right now. Oh, say, can you see?
Yikes!
That's pretty close.
Do you remember that run?
I do remember that.
I wish I didn't.
Wish I didn't.